Live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The one, the only, the Unexpected Thrill of a Lifetime podcast. I'm your host, Dan Fisher. Today we got our first guest ever, Alex Gardner.
All right.
Alex Gardner just got off the boat.
Just got off the boat just for the special podcast.
That's right. Are you coming from England or Australia?
Philadelphia, Schuylkill River. Right off
That's right, folks. He's coming right in, and we're giving him a hearty handshake and a warm welcome.
That's very high.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, we're back. This is episode 7. 6 was last week. Episode 7.
Big shout out. Bad prop.
This is a volcano mind dripping down your face. Where did this come from? What is this? Pompeo? I don't know where we are, but we're in Philadelphia, and we got a great show for you today. We tried some new pizza today, so you know what that means. The pizza tour. Not everybody likes pizza, I guess.
That's like the one thing everybody does like.
You're right.
I've never met anybody. Yeah, but hey, there's somebody. We should like grassroots campaign. See people that we can find in Philadelphia.
Well,
I think it'd be hard though. I think it'd be really hard.
I got the perfect plan. Pizzadelphia happens once a year. It's down at the Navy Yard. You go and you find all the people outside that couldn't get in, that couldn't get a ticket. They're the ones sour on pizza.
Yeah, the only reason they don't like it is they can't get in.
Well,
what time of the year is that?
I think it's in the spring. Like, they didn't have it the last year or two, but I think it's in like May or June or something like that. We gotta definitely make sure.
Pizza homies.
That's right. We gotta make sure we get over there. Yeah, it's true. It was a tough year. But now we're opening the picnic basket of life, and we're setting into a new area here. And now we're gonna dip into the table of contents. We got some great features. We had the pizza tour. We got some FFN fake news. We got the beef. We're gonna talk about. We might take a break from movies this week and dip into a TV show or two. Alex has got a suggestion. And we're just gonna have a really good time. You weren't supposed to laugh there yet, but I'll tell you, we just.
Is this taped in front of a live audience or something?
Yes, it's taught in front of a live audience. People are going crazy. They're just getting really excited. We do this once a week, 9 a.m. on Mondays. So if you're at your work, you can slack. If you're at home drinking, well, we got no respect for Mondays. Oh, man. But anyway, let's start off with the pizza tour. Now, this is a place that I have been really wanting to try since I moved here. This guy, he got there ahead of me a little bit, but they're using clean coal. What's the name of the place? Nomad Pizza, folks. And every week I come to you and you're like, oh my God, where is this guy pulling all this pizza from? This pizza is out of sight. Well, I'm telling you. Nomad Pizza on South 7th Street. Like I said, clean coal fired. I mean, what do you give it? What do you give it?
Dan, first of all, I have a little question for you. Philadelphia, pizza capital of southeastern Pennsylvania. Yay or nay?
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to say yay, because I've had a lot of damn good pizza here. And, like I say before, Philadelphia, we got the Italian market. We got all kinds of, people are jumping up and down. They're celebrating. They're getting their kibasi, and it's...
The gabagool.
Yeah. Square pizza, round pizza, whatever you want.
Yeah, what's your, do you have a preference of style of pizza that you really like, that you go for? I mean, I know you try to keep it, you do a little bit of everything
Well,
here, but I wanted to see what really speaks to you, what's your style?
I like a triangle-shaped pizza. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a slice. I like the round pizza. And
Just one big slice.
yeah,
Somewhere does that, don't they? They do like one
yes,
big
that
slice, and it's like the size of the actual pizza.
that's right. He is giving us a little bit of insight onto
Wow.
our show, our South Street special, where we're going to be talking about Lorenzo's. But just earmuffs, because I didn't actually say that. No, I'm just kidding. You can know
No,
it.
I
It's
didn't
not
know.
like
Just-
no.
Wow.
No. I'm just making a big deal out of a slice of pizza.
First time guest, last time.
No.
guest.
I'm just kidding.
You know,
Uh,
friend of the show though, definitely
Oh.
friend of the show.
you're family of the show, but
Wow.
Alex is another resident of Philadelphia, and we love to have him here. But real quick, how many slices of pizza are you gonna give this out of 10?
You know, I'd say it's a good 8.3 slices of pizza out of the 11.5 scale.
Wow, that is amazing.
The classic 11.5 scale, 11.5 being
Yeah. Okay.
as high as you can go. You know, I like the point system. I know a lot of people do. Other pizza reviewers do the point system as well. You know, it keeps it honest. And, part of it's because I don't like to make a decision. You know.
Yeah, a little bit
So I like to hedge my my score a little bit with the decimal.
Yeah. Well, I think that that's a very honest way to put it. I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 slices. I only had one 10 out of 10 so far, and that was Pizza Badia in Fishtown. Check it out.
Now, do you think that if you're going to become you're already a connoisseur, I'd say, but the more you do this, the more places that you have, do you think like that's going to affect how
Yes.
you see other pizza going into the future? Do you ever see yourself revisiting some of the other, pizza places that you started reviewing at the beginning?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially the last 3 weeks, I did all places that are within a block of me, and so I got all those out of the way, and I find myself going back to those pretty often. But I am just... All right, folks, we are going to take the show in a different direction right now. We're going to get to our FFN News. But first, FFN News is brought to you by Slippy's, the first ever throat lubricant. That's right. Were you stranded on a desert island? Have you been fasting for a whole week straight? Well, now there's Slippy's, the first ever throat lubricant that helps get the food down your throat faster. That's right. You can go from 0 to 100 by having this magical product. It's nothing sexual. It sounds that way, but it is the ultimate product to stuff your face. Now we're going to move right along to everyone's favorite segment. Actually, no one's favorite segment of the show. It's time for FFN News. That's right, folks. FFN News, and I'm your host, Dan Fisher, with my special correspondent, Alex Gardner.
Really excited to offer some interesting perspective on this.
Yes, definitely.
Very, very knowledgeable in many fields.
Very knowledgeable.
I read a lot of pamphlets.
A lot of pamphlets, health journals, that kind of thing.
Books, nothing, academic, just leaflets, thin kind of, literature.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well,
I know.
No. This first one is an FFN News look back. 1 year ago today, we reported that all mainstream media was talking about the coronavirus and that it had gone viral.
It's really true. It's still viral and always will be, as far as I know. So, but we're almost through. We're getting there. We're making progress. our thoughts are out there with the this spirit taking a very serious turn.
That's right. Well, it
Keep
doesn't
it
have to
light.
be that
Let's keep
service.
it
Yes,
light. Let's
exactly.
keep it light. All right.
Next, FFN News Animals. Man witnesses owl sex, says, it's hard to explain, but it is a hoot.
Gonna let that one speak for itself.
Alrighty, let's move right along here. FFN breaking news. Webster's Dictionary inducts new, less harsh term for spoilers. Spoilies. That's more right. That's more fun, folks, and it's a little bit less stressful. Instead of saying no spoilers, people get so up in arms about those spoilers.
It's hard. There's a lot to watch these days. Everybody watches at a different time.
It's true. We're moving right into sort of the HBO style format. You know, a lot of people aren't watching, big movies where everybody knows, the one thing, and it's like, the whole movie's shot.
Spoilies.
Yes. Speaking of spoilies, FFN News Movies. Darth Vader gets a soundboard installed on his chest. Reports suggest no one thinks sound effects funny except himself. Well put. Nice commentary. I always wondered what those buttons did.
Radio silence a little bit.
It's true.
You can't stop. You don't want to stop talking.
It's true. Dead air is just not.
This is why it's the first time
Yeah.
that I'm on this show.
We're just spitballing here,
Nobody's gonna leave this town. Hell, I was born here, and I was raised here, and dadgummit, I'm gonna die here. And no sidewinding, bushwhacking, hornswoggling, crocker is gonna roll away Christmas cutter.
Yeah, now who can argue with that? We're gonna have more talk about cowboys and what it's like to be a cowboy a little bit later. But we're all very familiar
We're
with
living
that.
in Philadelphia. We go
Yeah.
but we do have some experience. And
Well-
we'll explain more why later.
Yes, one more. FFN breaking news. Internet site The Evil Carousel, which is our parent vessel at the Unexpected Thrill of a Lifetime podcast. The Evil Carousel launches music streaming competitor, uTunes. Now you have the power to download all the tunes in the palm of your hand. Get rid of that pile of CDs. Get rid of that, the Zune or your iPod
Throw
shuffle.
your cassettes away. Just rip the tape right out.
We don't need Amtrak or minidisc
Amtrak.
or A-Track. Sorry.
Are you pro Amtrak?
I am pro Amtrak. I'm a man
Okay.
of the rails.
He's
I'm
a man
saying.
who's like a Joe Biden over here.
I am. I'm a Biden boy.
Joe would be very proud of you and your Amtrak. Are they a sponsor of the show?
No, they're not. They have not answered my calls. Ugh. Well, back to.
It's hard to hear the phone. It's loud, all the shaking, rattling.
It's true. It really is.
But very quiet. Quiet mode of transportation.
It is.
Amtrak.
It's getting even quieter with the switch to electric power. Back when they used the steam train and the clean coal, it was a
now
little louder.
Yeah, now that no one's going anywhere. Amtrak.
Amtrak. Yes. FFN News Animals. Scientists still unable to decide what religion a praying mantis belongs to. One remarked, they just pray the day away. What do you think, Alex? What do you think the praying mantis are always praying to?
I mean, we're all praying to the same God anyway at the end of the day, right? Aren't we?
That's right. Or some of us, many gods. If you're Greek or That's a dead end.
From ancient Greece.
Yeah, if you're from ancient Greece and you're just here visiting, you might be able to tell us about Hermes and Zeus and all that, but
All those guys.
we're going to move the show along.
Who needs them?
One more. FFN News Animals. Historical records indicate Old MacDonald written from the point of view of the animals. That's right. Why would Old MacDonald make a song about himself like that? It's not the neighbors. It's the animals. Think about it. A moo moo here and a coo. That's all they could do. And that's it for today with the FFN News. Wasn't that fun? Didn't you have a good time with that?
Is that a question to me? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
that to our
well
viewers?
to anyone, but yes,
I
to
mean,
you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see what the people. I think they probably have something to say.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
No shooting this time. I've had shootings happen another time. But it's time that we move into what I call the meat of the show. And I'm going to let's just vamp for a second because I need to send you something here. But we got together. We're in what we hope is the tail end of COVID here. It's been a while, but it's good to see you, Van. And I just sent you a picture that I'm going to need you to read from in a little while. But anyway, we're going to move into the next part of the show here that I call the beef. Ooh. Now, if you're a listener of the show, I say this every time. This music, it's far out, man. Man, the show's moving right along. We're already about halfway through. Now we're gonna, for a minute, you want me to read it or do you want to?
Oh, I thought you wanted to read it.
Well, either or. Now the next segment of the show.
Go for it,
All right. Well, the next part of the show, we're gonna read from the Book of Madness. Now, this is a segment I started last week. My dad, he started the Madness Clan. He got everybody thinking about it, and it was madness, and it was all around us. But he wrote this poem about what it's like to work in a restaurant filled with madness, and it goes: waitresses, cooks, hell, dishwashers too, all say the word madness, and you will soon too. It comes from the job, it comes from the place, wherever there's food dished out in a race. You'll see it in a line, you'll see it on a face. There is madness in here, it's all over this place. They'll get out of their cars, they'll come in from a bus. They're all hungry, so they'll all make a fuss. The fuss will get loud, they'll all form a crowd. They're here for the drink, they're here for the food. They all want it now, and it's going to get rude. Some of you will get burned, some of you will get hurt. It's like we're making mud pies right down to the dirt. And after the pain and after the sadness, someone will say, man, that was madness.
Classic.
What do you think of that? That's pretty good.
That's some nice poetry to, really start our Saturday.
That's right. I gotta tell you, there's a lot of madness involved with the evil carousel. You like that? That's my evil laugh. I save that for when people are over.
It's quite intimidating.
Thank you. Especially with that echo, it gets really, really exciting. But
You're a big fan of the echo.
I am. I think the echo adds depth. It makes it sound like we're in a church hall or a high loft room or something. But
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's some gravitas.
it is gravitas. Gravitas.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. We had a little bit of espresso earlier. Man, there's something about espresso that just gets your stomach moving. Happens every time I start this podcast. I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end, but it's all right. And that
The
reminds
nice part about podcasts, you get to start and stop if you need to. You have a nice live recording thing going on, though. I really stick to this. You honor the whole experience.
It's true. I like it to be sort of like a performance. It's not overproduced. We have a couple of things going. It's this or that. But it got me thinking. With my stomach hurting and all that. When you're growing up or you're out and about or you're doing your thing, people say to you, you're like, oh, I don't know what to do here, and they say, well, just trust your gut. And I say, well, that's great. I mean, all right, I'll trust my gut. But people are always saying, listen to your heart. So what is it? My heart or my gut? Like, what am I? And then, they say, come on, use your brain. So what is it? Am I using my gut, my heart, or my brain here? Because all these things are constantly pushing and pulling.
Lots of body parts to depend on, and trust at the end of the day. I think that's it.
I think so too. It is true. So my question is, what do you find more credible? Your gut, your stomach, or I'm sorry, your gut, your heart, or your brain? What do you think? Or your head or your mind? I mean, there's too many options there.
I follow my nose,
You see? That's what I'm saying. Then they say follow your nose, and then next thing you know, you're out in the wilderness. And then they say, well, just open your eyes. Look where you're going. Well, then they say keep one foot in the future and one in the past.
Here's the problem, Dan. There's what they say. There's a lot of things, but he's telling you what to do. You gotta just, you gotta trust your gut, Dan. Trust your own gut.
I think so too.
Do what they say and do what you say.
Yeah, that's a very good point, and it continues to be a very good point, and he's making a lot of great points. That's right. We have our friend Alex here, and he's a terrific guy. He always has. Let's hear it for Alex here.
Seems like a little slow of a clap there for
Well, hey, listen, these people are a little bit sloshed. We're sitting in front of a live audience. We've got about 1,000 people here. We
all
gave
6 feet apart.
It's a 4-drink minimum, and
They're in a field right now. We're in a field.
Yeah.
Big open field.
That's right. We got a lot of big fans blowing around, and we're having a good time. But there's something that I, we always talk about movies. We always talk about TV, and stuff like that. Now I'm going to turn it over to Alex. Alex, what do you got for us in terms of recommendations of something good? Maybe you give one, and then I'll give one that's on my mind.
Oh man, well,
No, it's not Manuel. It's Dan. Manuel is someone else.
Daniel, Sir, Mr. Fishman. Let me tell you, I was really into some of the sketches on SNL, and like I was talking to you earlier about with Kyle Mooney and what's that other guy's name?
Beck
Bennett. Thank you, Beck Bennett, the other guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he listens. Maybe he's a fan of the show.
He is now.
Maybe is he a friend of the show? I don't know.
He's a lover of the
See
show.
if he calls in later, but it was they do these sketches. They do like a fake sitcom, and they do several like different sketches of this, and they aren't part of the live thing, but they're really funny. And then they do this Inside SoCal where they do this really fun. It's almost like a '90s like throwback like public access TV show, isn't it? Is that what?
Yeah, I
the
think
vibe
so.
that you get? It's like
low budget.
really weird, but they're all like high school like kids in California, and it's pretty funny. I'd say that's definitely one of my recommendations.
Very
I'll tell
nice.
you, I've been playing a lot of maybe a video game.
Oh, there's a lot of people who are starting to go crazy. Maybe some gunshots, maybe some excitement. People are loving the video games these days.
What is there any horses around here?
No, just me.
There you go. That's right. The Red Dead Redemption fans. I don't know. I'm sure they're out there listening.
I'm one of them.
You're listening.
Now, what's your
So that's good.
favorite? What's your favorite part about being that game? Because we were teasing earlier
There's a
about
little
what it's
bit
like
of
to be a cowboy.
You aren't all hot on it all the time. though, because of that look. He's thinking of a face right now.
Yes.
This is a.
I gave you one of those.
I have to describe the look because we're on the podcast here. That's all part of the art of podcasting. But there's a lot of like different tours that you have to do. So you're like out in the Wild West, and it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but like set in the Wild West, right? And there's like these different tours where you have to like take care of the farm, and you have to like brush your horse stuff, and it's like all this stuff, and it's like, okay, I gotta like clean my own house, and like my own apartment, and you're like brushing this fake horse that isn't even real.
Yeah.
And then you're asking yourself, well, why am I doing this when I have like a plate full of dishes in my sink, and I need to sweep my own floor and brush my own teeth.
I know. Whenever I go up in
once a week,
Stanima, it's like you increased your strength. I'm like, man, I just got weaker in real life.
Yeah, you gotta eat. You gotta make sure you feed the horse. All this. It's a lot. It's a lot to keep track of. But it is a fun game. There's some of the, I think it kind of hits this freedom that we all wish that we had, or adventure. Kind of a lust for adventure. So it's fun to play around with, but sometimes I'm like, man, I'm like spending a lot of time on this like big horse.
Yeah.
Here.
The games, they're so immersive these days. There's more and more things to do. Like I was playing Grand Theft Auto one time, and I took a taxi, and I had the option to skip ahead to where I want to go, or I could sit and do the whole taxi ride. It's like, of course I want to skip. Of course I don't want to just sit here and watch this. So
I'll admit I watched.
Well, sure.
Once, and then I think I only did once.
Yeah, it's
this
good
is
for
a little, but
experience.
I did do it, and I'm not proud of it.
Yeah.
I ask for forgiveness every day.
Well, you don't have to, because we're all friends here, and there's no shame in playing some video games. We're in the middle of quarantine. As we said in FFN News, it's been a full fucking year. And now here we are. Yeah, see, nobody likes that shit. Speaking of which, I think, what do you say, Alex? What do you say we start to, just for a second, maybe give a music recommendation? I'll start us off this time. Now, if anybody watching this show knows me, they know I'm a big fan of Tim Heidecker and everything, and I'm bringing this up today because I just showed Alex Fear of Death and some of his new music and everything, and I just wanted to give him a shout out because he's somebody I look up to and stuff. But the music is great, It's like the Fear of Death. The whole thing sounds at surface area like it's a little bit morbid or a little bit. But it has a really nice folksy sound. What was your take?
No, I liked it. It was, it sounds kind of to me almost like Southern Californian, like 70s, kind of vibes a little bit. Singer, songwriter, kind of folky, but kind of some of that surfer sound too. It was pretty interesting. I think he's a performer. I think he's an entertainer. He just like enjoys it, and so it's like whether it's comedy or it's music and it's playing. I think he just likes to create things and get together with people and make art.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. It's one of those. It's another one of those albums too, where it seems kind of like on the surface, it's like, oh, okay, I know what this is about, but it's like one of those albums. The more time you spend with it, you dig deeper, you find things that you relate to and stuff. And we were gonna talk about this a little bit on FFN News, and I forgot, but then you have people like Taylor Swift. I feel bad for her because being that we're all in the quarantine and stuff. She hasn't had a lot of bad breakups lately, so she hasn't had too much to write about, so... just kidding.
He's taking a jab.
No, I know he does. I just had to do that because I know
are.
he's a Swift head.
Yeah,
and,
she's great.
No, I know, I do
I'm
too.
I'm letting the record speak
No, I know. I had to.
Speak
I
Now,
had to.
which is one of her albums. But yeah, no, she makes stuff. Just I think she just likes to create tunes.
And she's a
Like
looker.
She's I mean, she is. She's killed it. She's great.
Now we talked Taylor Swift. Do you have an album? I always do an album of the week. What do you? I always ask this: if you were going to a deserted island and you had to take one album with you.
Oh God.
Now sometimes I say Dark Side of the Moon. I really think that's one that I would take. Is there anything off the top of your head you can think of?
I don't know if there's an album I can think of. I've been listening to this. It's called Postmodern Jukebox on YouTube, and they do these. It's like this guy who plays piano, and there's some other performers and stuff that come in that he brings on, but they do covers in these like different styles of kind of like classic styles. Maybe it's like a jazz cover of like Britney Spears or something, like really just like
I like that.
random stuff,
Yeah.
but like unique. And the actual people performing are really good. So all their stuff's on YouTube, and there's a bunch of videos. But sometimes, like if I'm just like chilling out and I want to listen to something different, I'll put them on. I did that a few times actually.
Nice.
Shout out.
And
Big shout out.
what are they called again on
Big shout
YouTube?
out. I think it's Postmodern Jukebox.
Postmodern Jukebox. All right. Well, that sounds like a pretty good recommendation if I've ever heard one. And what else do we got today, Alex?
I mean, we got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we can talk.
do you?
you and me. We could talk for hours.
We really could. But I don't know. Do you think this is a good? Well, what do you think?
What do you?
Well,
This is your show, man. I'm along for the ride, the unexpected thrill of a lifetime.
so far it's pretty
You know,
much been
it's a roller coaster. I'm hanging on
yeah.
for dear life. So you're the conductor of the train.
Well, I just want to make a quick announcement for any of you who are listening on YouTube. We're on a new site now. We just hooked up with Anchor Podcast, and what they do is they distribute to all the main podcasting places. If you go on Google Play or YouTunes or Spotify, you can find us on Spotify at The Unexpected Thrill of a Lifetime by Evil Carousel. And it's a great little site, so you can start listening on there, so you don't always have to go on YouTube and leave the YouTube video open. Because now I'll tell you, if there's one thing, it's like sometimes I want to just listen to a song that I don't own. I go on YouTube, but you have to keep the screen on, and then if you bump it, it goes to the next song, and there are ads and everything like that. Well, I am always bumping, I'm bumping and thumping. Yeah. But we hope everybody's enjoying the show. Hopefully you saw one of our posters if you live around Penn University or the South Street Bridge or the Clarkville area. I put some posters up this week, and I think they're looking pretty crisp. You can find them all over. And if you find one of those posters and you take a picture with it and go on our Instagram at Evil Carousel, we'll send you a prize. That prize is yet to be determined. Maybe some VHS tape or a cassette.
A cassette, yeah, that we found.
Something old.
That we found at a garage sale.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
people still have garage sales?
In my neighborhood, they just put it out on their front stoop if they don't want it anymore.
Yeah, people do that in the city. I think, in the suburbs, people have like Facebook and like whatever, eBay. Like, I don't know. I haven't been. That's one thing I used to do though. I used to go to garage sales when I was little with my mom or with somebody, just around the neighborhood. It was fun.
It was fun. I love that kind of stuff. I feel like it's like a Where's Waldo or like a scavenger hunt.
I always thought I was getting something really good too. It was like, oh man, somebody's gonna really be like one day, oh Alex, you found that, you have this. I'll be like, yeah, I got it in this garage sale, and that hasn't happened. I probably don't have like any of the things I actually ever got in garage sale. But I always thought I was like making some big find that someday would be appreciated. But it was a thrill.
You understand and abide by the rules of decent society. Danny. There's a lot of, badness in the world today. I see it in court every day. I've sentenced boys younger than you to the gas chamber. Didn't want to do it, till I owed it to them.
Once in a while, I just like to play a little sound clip from one of our favorite movies. That was Judge Smale talking to Danny.
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 Do you choose goodness or badness, Danny?
I choose badness. That's why this is the evil carousel. I start off in a dark place, but then we rise up and we become a rainbow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very hopeful message.
It is a hopeful message. It is a hopeful message. You know, I mean, I saw a rainbow the other day, and it started getting me thinking about leprechauns, and
It got me thinking.
it did.
Things
Leprechauns.
you don't see.
Well,
Leprechauns.
we were talking earlier about how bizarre the
Oh.
tooth fairy is and all that stuff. But seriously, a leprechaun, they hang out at the bottom of a rainbow, and you know he's always trying to get those lucky charms. What is it about cereal mascots never being allowed to have cereal? They're always trying to take the cereal away because he's some kind of crazed fanatic. What's the deal with that?
Right. It's the thrill of the chase, maybe. I'm not sure. The tooth fairy thing was weird because that's a big object to have to handle for a fairy. I mean,
It
they're
is.
small, but maybe that was her dream. She loves teeth.
Yeah, folks,
This is the thing.
we were
Follow
talking.
your dreams.
Follow your dreams and leave your teeth. That's what the message is. We were talking earlier, and what got us into this conversation, I was like, listen, you got the tooth fairy, and she comes, and you break off a piece of your body, and you leave it under your pillow. And that bitch has to work for it. She has to come in the house, she has to get it underneath your pillow, and take it back to whoever knows where. Like, who's administering these tasks? Like, is that Mother Nature? Is it God? Did he say, Tooth Fairy, go collect all the teeth out there. We need the teeth to make the tooth kingdom. What do you think, Alex?
I think she has wings. When you have wings, that's pretty cool.
Maybe she
That's
has a
boss.
magic wand and she can shrink them down to be teeth that would be her size, and that would be a lot more manageable.
There's a lot of.
There's so many points
Really,
being made.
what I think the whole thing is that there's a lot of unknowns here.
I'm making so many points, you better just
We
call
have
me a sea
very
urchin.
few specific details to this story.
Yeah,
The narrative really hasn't been thought through very much.
it really hasn't.
Compared to Santa Claus, that's
Yeah.
a story, right? He's got this. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's his
Well,
whole thing. Maybe all
They're all
of
flawed.
these characters we need backstories. What's their motivation?
Yeah, well, like,
Why are they doing?
yeah, like why
Yes,
these
like-
choices? Like, we're in the year 2021. Can't we get Santa a key made? Like, why is he always breaking in? You know what I mean? Or going down the chimney or whatever. And now that I live by myself in my own apartment, I don't even know what traditions to do anymore from when I was a kid. So one day I left out some milk and cookies, and I guess it was the day that Santa was to come over. I was surprised as hell when their cookie had a bite out of it when I woke up. Like, I was like, I didn't even know if I was still supposed to do this.
That's the life of the city.
It is life in the city.
This
This isn't Little House on the Prairie.
Part of the charm.
It definitely is.
You might get a bite out of it there too. Someone might,
Yeah, maybe I was sleepwalking and
a
I was
muskrat
like,
or something.
a
come along
muskrat? Oh my
and eat
god.
the cookies you leave out.
It's true.
I don't know. I don't even know what a muskrat really looks like.
Does anyone? I don't think anybody knows what the muskrat is. Maybe we'll look into that a
Some
little bit
sort
more
of
at
fur or
FFN.
something. It needs
Well,
to be a,
for more information on the muskrat, please contact your wildlife provider and explainer.
an exclusive.
Well, hey, I hate to cut this short here, but this is the longest episode we've ever had of the show.
There's
Usually,
a lot of rules to this show. I
well,
didn't know.
listen, we have very minimal funding, And it's just that's how we do it. We talk pizza. We talk FFN news. We backed off on the politics this week because we went a little politics heavy last week, and I think we covered a range of subjects. And I just try to keep the show to a certain format right now. But Alex, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we wrap this up?
Wow, well, very strict, very...
Well, do you want to keep going? We can keep going.
Very upset right
I'm out of music. I played all my songs. I'm just kidding.
The art really is the dialogue, Dad, the friendship that we have, the time we spent together.
It's true.
This was great.
I had a great
Pleasure
time.
to be on the show. Friend of the show again.
Yeah. Anytime you want to be on.
That I'm a friend of the show.
Absolutely.
Let's do this again, man.
Absolutely, yeah. We should have started off with a little bit more of an introduction, but like I said, you have an open
No, we
invite.
can fix that in post.
Yeah, you're right. We can fix that in post. That's right. But you got an open invitation, and you're welcome anytime. And it's been a really good time. And for the new listeners, I'm just gonna teach them just real quick the end of the film. This is the end of the show now. The show now. This is the end of the show now. The show now. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. And this was episode 7.